Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Scorpio October 1st, 2024. You're more aware of your need to feel secure today, so taking steps toward your security goals seems natural now. Even so, some tend to question some of your attachments today, especially if they seem to keep you stuck or stagnant. As the day advances, you're more and more interested in tangible results and rewards. There can be a productive boost related to education, sharing, or publishing. You're earning respect, particularly for what you know or how you share your ideas. Your stamina stands out now as Mars, currently transiting your sign, moves into harmony with stable Saturn. Practical decision-making is enhanced, but you're also very interested in doing, not just thinking, mainly revolving around personal plans and initiatives. One of the best periods for passion, sex, and adventure awaits you today and tomorrow. This is because mighty Mars, the planet of drive and lust, is continuing to ignite your solar house of identity, your zodiac sign. He will peer over in a trine to the great taskmaster, Saturn, profoundly and powerfully. This will bring you a surge of sex appeal and desire, ready to forge ahead in your relationships. If committed, use the time now to plan significant long-term endeavors for the two of you to build toward. If single, consider opening up to someone who has a square head on their shoulders and knows what they want. What is holding you back? Your professional past is haunting you, as the Sun in Libra and Mercury in Libra conjunct the South Node in Libra. Today will feel uniquely nostalgic. You might be reminiscing about old jobs you used to have or coworkers you once worked with. As these memories flood your mind, you could either feel balanced or out of sorts. It depends on what you choose to focus on. Do not dwell on any professional memory that leaves a bad taste in your mouth. Focus on the positive working experiences and relationships you once had. The planetary energy can make this an emotional time for you, filling you with sensitivity and awareness. You may or may not have been taught how to develop your sensitivity and awareness as a child, but it's never too late to start. If you realize that there is something or someone you need to let go of at this time, why not create some kind of ritual that will give you the necessary closure you need? Nurture your spirituality when you feel open to it. The vibrations of the day are going to tend to destabilize you. You are going to have to go with the flow even if the going is a little rough. However, you should think about your behavior with your family and friends. Try not to beat them over the head with your opinions. Take time to listen and weigh the pros and cons of a situation and stop acting on impulse. There may be a slowdown in your professional life. With the Sun and Mercury spending their first weekend in your home and family sector, you may feel an inclination to either stay at home or focus on activities related to family, rituals, and routines that bring a sense of belonging. Meanwhile, with Venus enjoying her first weekend in a fun, playful, romantic, and creatively charged area of your chart while also approaching a friendly aspect with Saturn in an adventurous part next week, you might also be drawn to embrace the various aspects of the weekend spirit. 3 days after Mercury, the planet of communication not only left your communication sector but ended all planetary activity on the communication front for the year. The Moon returns for its monthly visit. The Moon will continue to return every 4 weeks, and with Pluto heading into his final weeks in retrograde motion, a chance to keep the communication lines open couldn't be more important. Our eyes in the sky. The beauty of today's astrological alignment lies in the opportunity for transformation and growth. With the Sun and Mercury opposing the North Node in Aries, you are being called to step into your power and leave behind patterns that no longer serve you. It's as if the universe is presenting you with a crossroads. One path leads to the comfort of the familiar, while the other invites you to take bold steps toward personal evolution and progress. Have you ever had that moment and you realized that staying within your comfort zone was actually holding you back? Maybe it was a job you stayed in for too long, a relationship you clung to out of fear of the unknown, or even a habit that was easier to maintain than to break. We've all been there, stuck between what we know and what we dream of achieving. Today offers the perfect moment to break free. It might feel a little scary at first, but sometimes growth comes from stepping into the unknown with courage and trust. You are ready for this. Ask yourself, what's one small step you can take today toward a healthier, more empowered version of yourself? There's something so special about knowing you're part of a Team ORA community where your contributions are valued. If you've been craving that sense of unity, today is the day to nurture it. Send that message, make that call, or reach out to someone you've been meaning to connect with. Have you ever noticed how even the smallest efforts toward connection can lead to deeper bonds? When we come together with the right intentions, we can achieve so much more than we could on our own. That said, while it's wonderful to embrace social interactions and team spirit, don't forget to carve out time for yourself. Have you ever spent a day surrounded by people, only to feel drained by the end, even if the experience was positive? Socializing is beautiful and necessary, but so is solitude. Taking moments to recharge ensures that when you're with others, you're fully present, energized, and able to give your best self. So if you're feeling the need to step back for a bit, honor that feeling. Give yourself permission to recharge, knowing you'll return even stronger and more centered. On a practical note, today's momentum is incredibly favorable for those of you who've been working toward personal or professional goals. Have you ever felt that satisfying rush? When all your hard work starts to pay off, and everything you touched seems to fall into place? That's the energy surrounding you right now. Whether you've been grinding on a project, building toward a career milestone, or managing financial matters, expect to see tangible progress. Keep riding this wave of success, and remember to acknowledge how far you've come. You've put in the work, and you deserve to enjoy the rewards. So if things are finally coming together, celebrate Theta Euro, you've earned it. Now, let's talk about relationships, because just as you're finding balance in your work and social life, the same theme applies to your personal connections. Have you been feeling like your relationships are either too intense or too shallow? Life has a funny way of swinging between extremes, but today is a great opportunity to find that sweet spot where relationships feel both meaningful and lighthearted. Whether it's a romantic partnership, a friendship, or even family dynamics, ask yourself, how can I bring more balance into my relationships? Maybe you've been taking things a bit too seriously lately and could benefit from letting loose and having fun, or perhaps it's time to deepen a connection that's been more surface level. Either way, today's energy supports you in making those adjustments. And lastly, if you've been feeling bogged down by the daily grind, know that you're not alone. We all have days when the routine tasks start to feel like they're piling up, and it seems like nothing is moving forward. Maybe you've been feeling stuck or uninspired, and that's perfectly okay. But isolating yourself or getting frustrated won't make things easier. Have you ever tried to tackle everything on your own, only to feel even more weighed down by the pressure? Today's energy is a reminder that you don't have to go it alone. Whether it's reaching out to family, friends, or colleagues, asking for help or simply talking things through can make all the difference. Sometimes, just knowing someone else is there to support you lightens the load.